Everybody look left. Everybody look right. Standing in the everywhere
Everywhere
you
you
look
look out,
out. Standing in the
standing spotlight.
spotlight.
Okay, so we're back. We have gotten the doughs. Wow, wow. The amount of times I just talk sometimes and I lose what I'm saying is wild. Anyways, no, keep it recording. Hello. Welcome back to Adam's Test Kitchen. Today we're going to be making some cinnamon focaccia bread. Some of you may be wondering what exactly is that? Well, imagine some soft, fluffy bread with that crispy focaccia exterior. You got the cinnamon, brown sugar, some buttery goodness all throughout. It should be amazing, honestly. So kind of like cinnamon rolls, but using focaccia bread instead. This should be very fun, should be easy. Most of all, should taste amazing. So let's get right into it. Okay, so as I said earlier, we're gonna be making focaccia bread. I don't know why not we. This has been a me thing. So the last one was my wife's desire. I don't know why, but I've been wanting to make focaccia bread. I think because part of the recipe, you're dimpling the bread, and that looks like fun. So I've been wanting to do it just because of that. But basic focaccia bread, I don't know. I didn't feel like it, but cinnamon focaccia bread. Okay. So I have everything already pre-measured and pre-made. So for this recipe, what I'll need about 420 grams of AP flour. So about 300 grams of water, 300 mils, half a cup of brown sugar here. I got some white sugar. So this is about 2 tablespoons, I believe. Salt, about 1 teaspoon actually. Cinnamon, half a tablespoon. And then some butter. Softened butter, not melted butter, not hard butter, softened butter. We need about a third of a cup, I think. We'll kind of see how it goes. Hopefully it works well for what I have in mind. And then some yeast. I just have a packet of yeast. But the first thing I'm gonna do, I need my water to be warm because I want to bloom my yeast just to make sure my yeast is still alive. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. So good news, my yeast is still alive. I just add our yeast mixture, add the salt, and then I'm gonna add the sugar, and then we just mix this into a shaggy dough. All right, so now that I got my dough in a shaggy bowl, so you can kind of see it's not really together, it's kind of wet, dry. I'm gonna let this sit for 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna come back and start doing some stretch and folds, and you'll see what that looks like in a few minutes. All right, the 10 minutes are up, and now we've got a pretty shaggy dough, but also it has some time to relax and hydrate itself. And this is where the easy part of the recipe comes in. What I gotta do is what's called a stretch and fold. So I'm mangling the bowl a bit here so you can see better. But here the dough hasn't formed much gluten yet, so I'm hoping it doesn't rip. But you pull one corner, bring it to the center, gonna rotate it for like 25 degrees. Grab another corner here, pull it up, bring it to the center, rotate it again. Grab another corner, pull it up, turn it into the center, and then rotate one last time. Pull that corner. Oh, it's sticky. Pull this corner here, and then push it into the center. And now we leave that, and then we come back and we do it, I don't know, 1 or 2 more times until it seems smooth. So we'll leave it for 10 minutes to come back. Now that we've let it rest, I'm gonna do the stretch and fold. Hopefully, as I'm doing this, wow, it is really sticky. I'm gonna oil my hands. All right, now I've oiled my hands. So let's see. If I pull it, yeah, it's pulling on itself a lot more. It's a lot stretchier. Rotate. Grab another section, pull up. Oh, this is very stretchy. To this corner, pull up, push in. All right, and pull up the last section and push into itself. Leave it for another 10 minutes, and we'll come do this one more time, and then we'll let it rise. Guess what? It's time for the last set of stretch and folds. So hands, I didn't re-oil them, but they should still be oiled from the last time. And so again, it's coming together really nicely. Pull one end, wow, you can see how it stretches and it holds itself well. Pull another corner, pull it up, rotate. Pull this corner, pull it up, put it in the middle, And then the last section, pull it up, stretch it, and fold. All right, so now is the time to actually let this rise. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick this up, put a little bit of oil in here, put it back inside, upside down. So the parts that I stretched and fold, that's all gonna be on the bottom. I'm going to let this rise for an hour, hour and a half, basically however long it needs until it doubles. Okay, so my dough has just about doubled in size. It's been about an hour since we last saw it. But if you take a look, it's filled up the entire bowl. So I'm gonna take the dough. What I have here, I got some parchment paper. I greased the pan just to help the parchment paper stick a bit better. Didn't fully work. You can see it's only really sticking in this section, but oh well, it'll work regardless. That's just gonna dump over my dough. It's really grown. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my fingers and I'm gonna use it to stretch the dough and try to fill the pan. Technically, I don't even know if I have the right pan for this, to be honest. I think there's a different pan that I've seen people use that has a little bit wider walls, but eh. All right, this should be good enough. I have some butter here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut up some butter and actually spread it on top. So it's almost like you're doing cinnamon rolls, just with focaccia bread. It's softened butter, so it should spread. There we go, it should spread quite evenly. Okay, got the butter spread. It's not, maybe it might not be the most even spreading, but the butter is spread. And I've got some cinnamon sugar here. So this is a mixture of the cinnamon, the brown sugar, and the cinnamon that I showed earlier. So now I'm just gonna take this and sprinkle it all around. So at this point, it's kind of following very similar to what you do when you make a cinnamon roll. The recipe originally would have said to take melted butter and use that in between, but I wanted to see what would happen if we used actual softened butter and let it melt in the process in the pan. Will that prevent it from coming together as one roll? I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to use all the cinnamon sugar mixture here. I'm going to use maybe about 2/3 of it, and I'm going to keep some to put on top. So at this point, I think we've got pretty good coverage with the brown sugar. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this like a letter. So I'm going to take one end, sticking to the pan a bit, take one end and fold it in third. Take the other side, fold it in thirds. So I got my log here. And I'm going to take this. Oh, wow. Oh no. Okay, that didn't work how I wanted it to. Maybe I should have just left it. I'm going to take this, I'm going to fold it around this way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this dough, I'm going to let it now just hang out, and I'm going to come back to it when it's doubled in size. So again, it's going to be another hour, hour and a half, and then we'll come to the last part where we kind of do the last bit of shaping, going to dimple it, and just pop it in the oven. All right, so our dough has doubled in size, and you can see it's gotten quite big. I will say the shape looks a bit off. I'm gonna be very honest. I think I have some work to do in shaping it. Also, I think people use different types of pans that can help hold the shape a little bit better. And that whole fiasco of trying to flip it around didn't work as I envisioned, but we move. So the last step is I'm going to, earlier, the butter that I spread on this, I actually didn't use all of it. There's some left over that I've melted. So I'm going to pour this over the top, and I'll sprinkle the rest of the brown sugar. And I'm going to do the part that I've been looking forward to, which is dimpling it, using my fingers to kind of go inside. You'll kind of see. I don't know. It looks fun. So I'm maybe that's just me, but let's see how it goes. So just add a little bit of the butter over the top. Well, that's a lot more butter than I thought. Oh well. And then we will sprinkle brown sugar all over it. I'm going to do the dimpling, which is just really just poking my fingers in and kind of stretching out like that. There we go. Kind of spread out a little bit better now. So I'm going to take this into the oven. The oven's set to 400 degrees. Going to bake it for about 20 minutes. And then we'll pull it out, give it a taste, and I don't know, see if we like it, see if we have to change anything for next time. But yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1. We are back. And so the bread is done baking. It's cool enough to the touch. And now we're ready to eat. All right.
You're gonna do like a crunchy.
Oh, I don't know if you can hear that.
Ooh.
So let's see.
Instagram bakers. They always be showing you their crunch. Fun fact, guys. Adam loves crunchy stuff. Like if something has a good crunch, he is impressed. So I bet he's impressed, but he doesn't want to show it.
All right, so
Ooh.
there isn't that big of a. I think using just straight up butter.
Maybe you should show them.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if you can see, but using straight up butter rather than like melting the butter and putting that, everything kind of separates as distinct layers, which could be quite interesting to eat.
What are you supposed to do instead?
To be honest, I don't know. I've had focaccia bread once. A coworker made it, and she made it really nice into a sandwich. But I think from what I see, well, generally when people make actual focaccia bread,
yeah, it's good.
Sorry.
When people make actual focaccia bread,
they don't do the whole folding thing. It's normally like kept as one thing, and so that folding stuff that I did to make layers, like almost like cinnamon rolls, they don't do that.
So but you doing their bread for the first time and you modifying it. What does that say about you? Do you respect their culture?
Their culture.
Yeah.
All right, here's your piece.
Okay. I am impressed by how it feels because I thought you were trying to make some dry
I told
bread.
you it's not dry. Like,
it's not dry.
All right. Cheers. I'm loving this.
Yeah, I can get behind this.
So, do you think there anything that I need to improve for next time? How would I think I actually just like it. The only thing actually, you can't see it well from the camera. It's a little burnt on the bottom, but that might just be it was on the not the lowest part. It was on the low parts. Oh, you didn't need to show them the whole thing. Dang.
Yeah, transparency.
There. Hey, it still tastes good. But I think I had it too low. It wasn't the lowest one, but it was at a low spot. Okay, how many times are we going to show them the burnt spots? Okay, now you're not helping anyone. So, but if we, but next time I'd probably just lift it up a little bit higher. But apart from that, maybe shaping, using a different pan to help with the shaping, something that's more suited for this style of bread. But apart from that, I have no comments, and she's in love. Bread's her thing. Bread is her love language, so she's really enjoying herself right now. So I guess that's it for now. She's gonna continue eating her bread, and
you wish it was you, huh?
And I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye-bye.